What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming Midday Monologue Monday. How's it going, everyone? I'm your buddy Big Johnny G, and I do this every Monday. I do a video every day of the week, but every Monday I come here and I got something to talk about. I always got something to talk about. Well, this time I want to bring something to everyone's attention. Something I don't think anyone's aware of. Something I may be the first one to mention. Dungeons and Dragons, the card game. Oh, there have been Dungeons and Dragons cards out before. I remember second edition days. I remember whole box sleeves of cards that you could get. No, that's not what I'm talking about, my friends. I'm talking about actually playing Dungeons and Dragons as a regular standard card game. It's out there. I've played it. Some of you have played it without even knowing that you're playing exactly what I'm talking about here. Oh, what am I talking about? I'm talking about something that is by Wizards of the Coast. Something that is Dungeons and Dragons and is compatible. 100% compatible with any system. Literally from basic all the way up to 5e, 50, D&D for me, whatever the hell the newest thing is right now. It's compatible with it. It's compatible with systems for D&D that haven't even come out yet. That's how meta this is. Oh, and it's also, if I can say the word compatible any more times, compatible with D&D-ish games. D&D side kind of game things, you know, like Pathfinder. Yeah, you could use it with that too. It's been out for years. Nobody talks about this. That's why you got me here, my friends. And what exactly is this I'm talking about? Something that you can throw down on the table and incorporate into any D&D game. Well, at least one specific aspect of Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm talking about the tavern scenes. More particularly, this new Dungeons and Dragons card game here that I'm selling. No, I'm not selling it. They are. I'm not making anything of this. I don't make anything of anything. No, what I'm talking about is the Wizards of the Coast Infighting. Dungeons and Dragons Infighting card game. This is a game in and of itself. Has nothing to do with the RPG or anything side like Pathfinder. No, it has nothing to do with any of that. Not rule-wise, anyway. I mean, it is set in Forgotten Realms. It uses Forgotten Realm familiar character types. But it doesn't use any D&D rules. It has its own rule system. And infighting is about a tavern bar fight that happens. What am I talking about? How is this compatible with the RPG? Think about this. Think about this for a moment. The game comes with blank character cards. Blank character cards specifically so that you can recreate your D&D character, or Pathfinder, or Crusaders and Castles, or whatever the hell you're playing that's not D&D. You can convert that character to the infighting game. DMs, you can recreate the NPC villains or antagonists.
Assholes.
That are going to be in the tavern that the players are going to fight. You can recreate them with the cards as well. And then, during the RPG, when all hell breaks loose, you break out this. That's going to take your players by a huge surprise. I mean, unless they've watched this video before. It'll take them by a huge surprise. The minute they get into combat, and here you are, You've already converted their characters and the NPCs in this bar fight, this tavern, into infighting game characters. And you're ready to go for it. It can be a fun little twist. Now, I'm not saying this is something you might want to do every single time you play D&D and your players are, getting ready to go into a tavern and there's going to be a fight or potential for a fight there. Now, I'm not saying every time. But for shits and giggles, as the old saying goes, at least once, at least one time. You know what? And if your players don't dig it, tell them it's not canon. Do something in the game that is, but I think it's going to be a fun experience. Taking the D&D characters, converting them into these card versions so that they are then able to carry out all the fights that are going to happen with the rolling of the dice and with the action cards. And if you're not familiar with infighting, one of the things that me and the 20-Sided Warriors and Tom Vulo have always loved about this is the meat shields. That's not what the game calls them. The game calls them bystanders. Other people that just happen to be hanging out at the tavern when you and the schnooks got into a fight. So they're not really used by anyone, but they're your bystanders, and they can help you a little bit in the fight, and they can take a hit for you. Meat shield, get it? But to have that as at least an off, a one-time thing. Maybe, how about this? Maybe set it up as a filler game. If you know that your D&D games usually start late because of one or two players that never show up on time, have this ready for everyone else. And just give them the opportunity to have a good old tavern infight in D&D with their characters using this game, and your players that show up late, too bad they don't get a chance to taste the game because they're always late. But at least you can then jump into your regular ongoing D&D campaign or whatever you're playing at the time. Give them the chance to do this. Mix up your RPG characters with the D&D infighting game. It's a new experience. Something new, something different. Have you played D&D like this before? If not, then, don't laugh at it. It's going to be fun. Once you do it, once you try it. Trust me, I'm your buddy. I don't tell you BS. That'd be a waste of my time and yours. So, I found it enjoyable. Hopefully you will too. The game infighting is is good for kids down to teens, young teens. Your kids. Maybe you think your younger kid is good enough for it. That call is on you. Please, I'm not making that call. But yeah, play it, try it, do this, and when you do, why don't you come back here, give us a comment, and let me and Tom know what you think of it.